Now, Kane is reading in the library a book written by a king who ruled this kingdom years ago. He finds many similarities between himself and the king that ruled, because he was also reincarnated like him. King Uetera has documented his journey of becoming a king after reincarnation, because he wanted to share what happened to him with someone going through similar circumstances. That's why King Ue wrote the book in the Japanese language. Hence, Kane is the only one in the country or king's palace who knows the contents and the story of King Ue's book. But unlike Kane, King Ue was brought to the other world in his actual form. Suddenly both of the king's daughters Telestia and Silk come into the study and ask many questions. They want to know what he is reading. Since they can't read the title as it is in Japanese, both girls are guessing it's the book for Kane's entrance exam. They so desperately want to join him in reading. He dislikes their presence when he is about to unfold the exciting events in King Ue's life. He stands up from his chair, politely refusing to join them later, because he has many things in hand to do. Telestia and Silk want to know when their beloved Kane will be free for them, but he avoids their company and refuses to give them time today and tomorrow. He slowly leaves the room, shouting that he will spend time with Silk and Telestia any other day. But when is that day, he does not know. Telestia and Silk are annoyed by his behavior because he never has time for them. Kane is slipping away from the study to avoid Silk and Telestia when his third wife Tijuana runs towards him. She is so excited to tell him she has arranged an event for tomorrow where different teams will fight with one another. Knowing that the event is tomorrow, Kane gets very irritated because he is not interested in such fights. He runs away from Tijuana, saying that he is busy tomorrow, so she can arrange the event some other time. But just like he could not tell Silk and Telestia, he did not tell Tijuana what time it would be when he would be available for his wives. The next day, he wears armor and prepares to go to the Adventurers Guild. As the rule of Adventurers Guild, anyone who turns 12 can join the guild. And now, that day has finally come. He can be a member of the Adventurers Guild and practice all those skills he learned over the years from expert masters. But life takes an unexpected turn and he comes into this kingdom reincarnated as a royal person. But becoming a warrior is his passion, and this day is very important for him when he registers in the guild. Kane excitedly enters the guild and finds it just appropriate as the guild in the capital should be. He is excitedly watching around when a red-hair guy named Claude stops him. He wants to know what brought a little kid here in the guild. Therefore, Kane tells him the reason for arriving in the Adventurers Guild, that he is thankful that he turned 12, so he can get the membership here. Claude advises him as a little boy to never endanger himself while fighting with anyone. Claude walks beside him and Kane keeps thinking he has already met the guy. Unable to recall who he is, Kane goes to the counter where the receptionist Resha asks if he wants to register himself in the guild. Kane confirms and then Resha gives him a form to fill out. He writes down his name and gives it back to Resha. She gives him a crystal that has a needle over it. Adventurers test their capacity for magic through it. Kane has pricked his fingertip and touched his blood drop on the needle in the crystal. It detects his magical capacity and prints a card instantly telling that he is G rank. He remembers that his tutors had a higher ranking. Seeing that Kane is saying something under his lips, Resha assures him that he can ask any question. She can clear any doubts, but Kane does not want to know anything, so he says goodbye to Resha. She advises him when he is about to go that he should always put his safety first at any time. Meanwhile, fighters in Adventurers Guild mock Resha and tell her to join them. They giggle, offering her to spend the night with them, but Kane does not like their nasty jokes and tells them to stop. Hearing this warning from a child, the adventurers get furious and attack him. He gets aside, saving himself. This time the fighter is angrier because he cannot catch the little boy. They are unaware of his immense physical power. The fighter asks everyone in the guild to attack Kane. He dodges the attack while both attackers bang their heads on each other. Now, the fighter wants to use his sword while Kane is about to warn him to not use his sword against him. Just then Claude returns and challenges them to fight with him instead of the little Kane. But they run away instantly. Resha thanks Claude for saving them by coming just in time. Kane also thanks him, but Claude invites him to join him for a drink. He appreciates Kane that how he saved himself like a great fighter. They reach a bar, where Claude orders a drink for himself and fruit juice for Kane. He is baffled by the quick moves of Kane and is quite sure that Kane has been learning these skills. Kane shares that he started this training with great masters early in childhood. They enjoy their drinks talking. When Kane wants to know about the Ice Fire Party, Claude shares that he and his wife formed a good team. He uses a sword that has magical fire power, and his wife uses her ice stick to counter their enemies. Kane is surprised to know for the first time that he has formed a party with his wife. But Claude clears his doubt that you must have an honest person in your team, and it's best when that person is your wife. Having a party of your own is important to improve your rank. Alternatively, someone can fight with a higher level adventure to get in a rank card. Kane gets excited to see his gold card, but Claude is a humble adventurer who knows he must still excel in achieving level SSS. Before today, only one king achieved that level, but Claude is content with his gold card. He knows he must have exceptional skills to achieve SSS rank and its black card. Just then Claude's wife Lena arrives at the bar and bangs his head with her stick. She is angry at him for drinking again, but Claude tells how he watched Kane save himself. Due to his interruption, the idiots of the Adventurers Guild are safe, otherwise Kane would have killed them. Lena leans down to know Kane's name and offers her help if he is caught in trouble. But then Lena gets angrier as she does not believe any word that Claude says to her. She drags him out of the bar angrily, because she thinks that none of this happened. He is making up the story to save himself. But getting out of the bar, Claude shouts to Kane that he must fight someone to get a height. As told, Kane reaches the Adventurers Guild, where many G-rank people are in line to fight higher rank adventurers. They are choosing their challenge between many pinned to the board. Kane does not like the challenge of transporting some shop's luggage. He looks out carefully for another task and accepts the one where he must fight the goblins. Kane is so happy that he achieved his first task according to his wish and comes outside with the paper. He did not notice that his wife Tijuana was coming from the other direction. Running towards him, Tijuana is shouting his name. Then she hugs him and tells how she has an ongoing fight outside the palace. Kane jumps excitedly that he got his long-awaited membership card of Adventurers Guild. Now, he wants to increase his rank. That's why he is going alone to fight Goblin. Tijuana, who is very fond of fights, wants to join him for his adventure. Just as he does, Kane again tries to slip from her hand, but now she grabs his fist tightly and pushes towards home. Kane shouts to the vice captain, asking for help, but the vice captain is also helpless before Tijuana. Tijuana is so happy to have a chance where she can enjoy her husband's company. They enter the jungle where they can find the goblins, while she is still flying and enjoying the cool breeze. At the same time, Kane detects that goblins are present somewhere nearby. Tijuana does not take any interest in challenge and running ahead of Kane. She laughs as if they are trying to catch each other. Suddenly they come to a land where edible items are on the floor and the owner is surrounded by goblins. Before starting the fight, Tijuana utters the magic word that brings unconscious man to conscious state, and he wakes up. Afterwards, Tijuana tells Kane to stay behind. She instantly attacks Goblin. It resulted killing many of them by her ice magic sword. Then she imagined that wedding bells are ringing, and in a bridal dress she starts dancing with Kane. Suddenly the green lizards appear. Watching this, Kane sends the man with Tijuana and kills green lizards using his ice magic power. Afterwards, he forms ice pillar around the goblin's area. The man with him objects, but she tells him to relax and let her fight. Afterwards, Lena and another girl are standing on the edge of a hole. The ancient hole was used as a place where green lizards live. Recently, they have left the hole and now there is no lizard here. Lena returns towards her home after inspecting the hole. Later that day, Kane reaches the Adventurous Guild and wants to know what value the green lizards carry. Receptionist Resha shares that killing one lizard would give him D rank, but she is super surprised to know that he has killed 30 lizards, as she does not know the rewards for killing 30 green lizards. Therefore, she goes to Cedric sitting in his room. He simply does not believe that a child who has recently registered can kill dangerous green lizards. He accused Kane of cheating while Resha resists that he should not be so rude. When Kane tries to clarify that he is not a cheater, Cedric gets angrier. Throwing the book away, he announces that he cancel Kane's membership card. Resha resists that he should not act rude, while Kane holds his head in his hands, worried as why Cedric is not nice to them. Suddenly an elf enters the room who is Guild's Grand Master. Cedric tells him the citation, and Grand Master laughs at him after hearing everything. Cedric gets annoyed and asks the reason. He begins saying that Cedric could be more expert at judging people. At that moment, Tijuana comes and hugs Kane, calling him Baron Kane out of respect. The Grand Master shares that the same kid saved Princess Silk and Telescha, being the son of Margave Garm, and is about to marry Tijuana, who is the sister of the Grand Master. Kane humbly declares that he just wanted to get his membership with a common name. Hearing all this, Cedric asks for forgiveness by getting on his knees. As a royal person, Kane has all the authority to punish and execute the guilty person who humiliates him, but he chooses to forgive Cedric, so he would not misuse his power again. Afterwards, Kane wants to know whether they accepted his lizards or not. Grandmaster pleases with his effort and orders Resha to keep lizards in the storeroom of the guild. while they will increase Kane's rank from G to C. Tijuana reminds his brother Grandmaster that Kane also killed a red dragon, which makes him stronger than her. Revising his decision, the Grandmaster announces that Kane will be raised to the A rank on his first day in the guild. But for that, he has to capture bandits. Once he brings the bandits into the guild, they will give him a rank. Grandmaster tells Cedric to go and complete the paperwork immediately. Grandmaster is happy that brave Kane will be his sister's husband and asks him to be a strong protector of his sister. She takes offense at him saying so because she knows she is more muscular. Both siblings make cute jokes with each other. Kane is so impressed that none of them sulks at the other, and they have a great understanding as siblings. Gods watching Kane's behavior discuss with each other that he should be given a more significant level 10 protection, because Aaron, who sealed 300 years ago, is returning after breaking the seal. Therefore, to keep the world a good place, they have to give more powers and training to Kane. They decide to assign a master who would give him training. While Kane enjoys that night with his A-rank golden card achieved the same day he entered the guild. Once again, Kane is studying when Telestia and Silk come in. They want to study along with him. Kane accepts their request, and they get excited to join their future husband on a study date. Just then Tijuana enters and announces to everyone that they are going on a date in the jungle. Hearing this, Silk and Telestia get angry and shout at Kane, who hides his face to avoid them. Watch this left video if you have missed part 6, and subscribe to Annie Summary for more anime recaps.